Hey guys, and welcome on into another episode. Picks on Net, NHL Picks and Predictions. I'm your host, Terry Edelman at TE Picks on Twitter, ready to break down the Wednesday slate. 5 games to talk about today, which we'll of course get to here in just a moment. Taking a look back at yesterday's NHL slate. Overall, a losing day, unfortunately. Baseball actually went better than NHL, but um, Alexi Protas cashed for us. Morgan Geeky did not. Jack Quinn did not. Alex Tuck plus 260 winner there. Ryan McLeod over half a point, plus 142, a winner there. Cousins didn't get a point. Jenner didn't score. Ryan Leonard making his NHL debut did not score. Very frustrating in the Tampa Bay game. Kucherov and Point. They both got 2 assists, but Hedman and Gensel got the goals. The Blues, I had the Blues in regulation and on the puck line. Both unfortunately lost. Jimmy Snuggerud did not score. Jackson Lacombe did get a point for the Ducks, and then Leo Carlson and Eichel both did not score. So overall, a rough day in the NHL, but I'm going to have to move on to a new day today, which is exactly the plan. Taking a look at the standings and how the teams look heading into today's slate. The Leafs in first with 94 points, Tampa in second with 93, the Florida Panthers in third with 92, all having played 74 games. The Capitals in first with 105, Carolina with 94, and the Devils with 87 points. Ottawa in the top wildcard spot with 84. The Montreal Canadiens with a huge comeback victory, a huge game to obviously tie up, go to overtime, and win. Has the Habs 2 points ahead of Columbus and the New York Rangers. Detroit 2 points behind them, followed by the Islanders with 74. Pittsburgh and Philly with 71, and the Sabres with 70. Boston with 69. Totally forgot about Boston, but Boston now in last place in the in the Eastern Conference, not the NHL. In the Central, Winnipeg with 106, Dallas with 102, the Avalanche with 94, Vegas with 98, LA Kings with 93, the Edmonton Oilers with 91. The St. Louis Blues in the top wildcard spot with 89 points. The Wild with 88. 6 points behind the Calgary Flames. Vancouver Canucks with 81. Utah with 80. Anaheim with 74. The Kraken with 68. Nashville with 62. And then the bottom two of the Western Conference and the NHL. If you guys like the show, make sure to hit that like button. Also, hit the subscribe button. Appreciate all the support. Let's go and see what people are thinking today. Ovi and Columbus dancing. Very nice, Tommy. Yo, Terry. Hey, Robert, how's it going? Go Habs go. Money. There you go. Sabres are elite after being eliminated. Basically true. I don't know what to say. Subterranator. Hey, Mr. Sloth, how's it going? Columbus smashed Phil Predators. They did. They couldn't score a goal not too long ago, but they could score last night, that's for sure. I'm not joking. The Blues have won 10 in a row, John Kelly. Well, it is what it is. Terry, ... Hello, Nicholas. Ovi anytime goal live, plus 125. Not bad. So here's the plan. Hopefully, Isles lose the rest of their games, win the draft lottery, and get the number 1 pick. Wow, Nick, you've always been saying that the Islanders are a bubble team that will get in, but it doesn't appear like that is the case here. Turns out Finnegan's barking during Calgary versus Utah segment was shouting to listen to Jonathan's stats. All right. Today is an ugly looking day. I can agree a little bit, but obviously the weather's horrible today, but it's snowing here. It's snowing. But some good spots in the slate, some spots, but we'll get to it here now. Heading into the first game, which is the Washington Capitals and the Carolina Hurricanes. The Washington Capitals, one of, if not the best team in the NHL this year, is plus 180 to win this game. The Carolina Hurricanes minus 220, total of 5.5 here in this one. And I'm not on the Capitals, but this Capitals team plus 180 is just a little bit ridiculous here. I get it. Second night of a back-to-back. However, they did start Lindgren last night. They saved Thompson for tonight against the Canes. And yes, the Canes playing well right now. I get that. But this Capitals team really shouldn't be plus 180 to anybody in the NHL this season, even Winnipeg. So the price is very appealing for the Capitals. The issue, though, is that it is not a great spot for them here in this one. So what am I going to do? Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Give me Alexei Protas over half a point, plus 162 at FanDuel. Plus 162 for Protas to get a point. That's just tons of value there with a nice plus price. And he scored in back-to-back games as well as three of his last. He scored in back-to-back games as well as three consecutive against the Carolina Hurricanes. 4 more goals till he gets the record. Give me Alex Ovechkin anytime goal as well, which I got for plus 145 at FanDuel. So Protas and Ovechkin, both at FanDuel, both nice plus money. That is how I will look at backing the Capitals instead of actually taking them to win. Player props for Carolina. Taylor Hall, I think, is around minus 115, minus 120, I think, to get a point. He's done that 8 of his last 9 games. Not a bad look. Seth Jarvis doing very well as well. Shane Gostisbehere. So some options here in this game. Ultimately, I'm sticking with Alexei Protas, who's made me money all year long, and Alex Ovechkin, probably taking him now every game until he gets that record, depending on what happens. But we'll look at it. Montreal and Columbus futures to make the playoffs are still plus money. Wow. One of them probably will, but then we'll see if another team we're about to talk about in the next game has anything to say about that. Cold up here in Ottawa. Yeah, it is cold. Ovi loves Rayleigh. I love it. Canes team total over 3.5, plus 107. Ovi strikes again. And Canes puck line, plus 118. Robert, I know you like that you're a Canes fan. I know. But to take the Canes puck line against one of, if not the best team in the NHL and only get plus 118, I'd want like plus 160, plus 170 to even consider taking the puck line. But best of luck. It is a bad spot for the Caps, but we'll see. It's kind of interesting. It's in a time where the schedule has been super condensed. This is just the third time in 2025 that Washington is on a back-to-back. Schedule makers took it easy on the Caps. Yeah, that's what happens. Protas over half a point, plus 134. Go to FanDuel if you can. Taylor Hall anytime goal, plus 225. Go Caps, go. I like it. Jarvis anytime goal, plus 165. Not a bad look. Protas. Yes, we love Protas around here. Jackson Blake assist, plus 200. Svechnikov point, minus 113. Tom Wilson point, Pierre-Luc Dubois points. Aho over 1.5 points. Hopefully it's a high-scoring game. Happy to see Taylor Hall having fun again. He was a good pro in Chicago. Yeah, maybe just needed to get out of that situation and go anywhere else. And things will get better. Ovi anytime goal, plus 150. There you go. There you go. That's better. I got plus 145, so that's better than what I got. But we'll move on along to our second game here. Frederick Anderson likely for the Hurricanes, and it should definitely be Logan Thompson here in this game on the second night of a back-to-back for the Caps. For our next game, the Minnesota Wild and the New York Rangers. Shocking surprise. We have Gustafsson against Shesterkin. Who could have seen that coming? Of course, that's the goalie matchup here. Gustafsson continues to start games, and Shesterkin as well here. Wild plus 135. Road Dogs, the Rangers minus 160 home favorites, a total of 5.5 here in this one. The Wild continue to struggle and continue to struggle offensively. The Rangers, 1 or 2 points out of the playoffs, so the Rangers desperately need to win this. The Wild, after a couple losses here, I do think we get a good effort from them. But as I've said on previous shows, I can't back the Wild right now. Not until Kirill Kaprizov gets back. I can't back the Wild right now. So this game is ultimately a pass. However, we do have a NHL player making his debut today. Now, I know it didn't really work out so well yesterday, but here in this game, we just happen to have a player that Wild fans definitely know. The Wild passed on him in the draft, Gabriel Perreault, and instead went and took Charlie Stramel. And Wild fans have been bitching ever since that moment in the draft. They've been bitching about how the Wild passed on Perreault. And now he's making his NHL debut against the Wild. So I think he scores. He's playing with JT Miller and Alexis Lafreniere on the second line. I do think he scores. I did not bet him to score here. And I did not see his props, but wait a second and let me see if we do have his props. I'll check here. Dun, dun, dun. Bear with me for a second. Plus 375 for him to score, Gabriel. He probably does. And that'll just get Wild fans even more nuts than they already are. And why am I not including myself in that? Because I trust Judd Brackett. Judd Brackett being the Wild's head scout. I trust him completely. Look at what he's done for this franchise. And Stramel having a very good season this year. So I'm not as pissed as other people, but I might change my tune when Perreault comes out here and gets a hat trick and wins this game for the Rangers. But we'll see what happens here tonight. Zuccarello, anytime goal, plus 300. All right. Too expensive for the Rangers, but don't want many at the moment. For what it's worth, Rangers are plus 250 to make the playoffs. Was tempted to bet that today. Yeah, well, someone's going to make it. Someone's not. Panarin, anytime goal, plus 160. Lafreniere assist, plus 225. They or we? They. Not me. I'm not included in that. But we'll see. Miller assist plus 150. Adam Fox assist plus 100. Definitely not a bad look. Two most consistent players for the Rangers right now. Draw spot plus 315. Shout out to Nick. Nick, you didn't mention the draw when you were telling me Rangers are pass. Perreault plus 400 on DK. Yeah, it's a good look. It is a good look. It just makes sense. I hope the Wild don't get puck lined by the Rags. We'll see. I should be the Minnesota Wild head scout. I would only draft Minnesota kids. Oh boy, Robert. Oh boy. Obviously, I like home guys in the Wild, but no, That's not how you build the best draft pool. And yes, obviously there's great Minnesota rookies out there. I get it. But moving on along to our next game, Florida Panthers, Toronto Maple Leafs, -110, total 5.5 here in this game. And I don't want any part in this game. Florida on the second night of a back-to-back here. Bobrovsky confirmed. Anthony Stolarz confirmed. This is a Leafs spot. Obviously, the Leafs offensively are doing better right now than the Panthers. But the Leafs coming off that road trip, obviously their first game home here. Not a long road trip. They did have a home game against Philly sandwiched in there. But this Panthers team, back-to-back losses against the Habs. I think we get a pissed off Florida team on the second night of a back-to-back, but I don't want to back them here, and then I don't want to take the Leafs either. The Leafs have kind of struggled against the Panthers overall, so looking at player props, every one of the Leafs roster except Mitch Marner did not get a point in their last game. Mitch Marner obviously getting a goal, a rare goal, instead of an assist by him. Tavares has been hot. Maybe he scores here. Ultimately, I'm just not getting involved here with this game. I know 5-game slate, and I'm passing on back-to-back games, and I might be passing on another, but that's just the case at this point in time of year. I can't bet everything. And not going to pull the trigger on anything I don't absolutely love either. Lean the draw. All right. Over 5.5, -114. All right. Bobrovsky 15-8-1 against Toronto. Okay, I can see that. Yeah, Florida does well against the Leafs overall. Terrible travel spot for Toronto, very similar to Carolina, Nashville, where it was 3 games in 4 days and 1 day off when they were traveling. Panthers -105. I suppose not the best spot for the Panthers though either. Second night of a back-to-back. Leafs -102. All right. Draw spot? Maybe this game goes to overtime. That would make sense. Tavares anytime goal. All right. But moving on along to our next one, we've got the -390. Oh, and Willie anytime goal too. Best of luck. -390 for the Avs, +310 for the Hawks, -6.5 when it comes to the total, -110 each way here in this one. And I can't get involved. Now, if I was going to bet anything here in this game, it would be, of course, former Wild player Ryan Donato, anytime goal. Leads the Hawks in points and goals this season, and he actually has 29. So he's trying to get to number 30 here. And maybe he does that here tonight. Scored in 3 of his last 4 games. The Avalanche, back-to-back losses. 2-1 loss to St. Louis, 3-2 shootout loss to Calgary. So the offense is kind of cooled off for the Avs here, the back-to-back games. But now they're facing a Blackhawks team who has given up 5, 5, 5, 4, 4 over their last 5 games. So the Avs, this should be a good spot for them to get out of their funk offensively. Spencer Knight confirmed for the Hawks. He has allowed 4 goals in 3 straight games. So his fantastic debut for the Hawks is long in the past. Now he's coming back down to earth. And now this Avalanche team coming in. Overall, I'm sure Avs team total over 3.5 is probably like -160. So I'm definitely not getting involved there. This game is just unfortunately another pass. Don't worry, I did not pass the next game. But this one here, Ryan Donato anytime goal would be my heavy lean. The Avs should win this game 5-1, 5-2. But maybe the over is a good look here. But ultimately, no play on this game. Go up, go up, go up. Avs money line and over 6.5. Parlay plus 140. All right. Natchez over 1.5 points plus 211. All right. Usually this would be Hawks or nothing, but Chicago's mailed it in. Avs pissed off after back-to-back losses, only scoring 3 goals. An avalanche of offense coming. Colorado team total over 4.5. Shocking. Nick and his Avs futures, and now he loves the Avs. I know. You love the Avs. And this should definitely be a smash spot for them. If they can't score here, well, then they're going to get swept by the Dallas Stars. There you go. Write that down. No, I'm kidding. McKinnon over 1.5 points, plus 125. Dallas Taves assist. Devontae's assist. Plus, see, Dallas is in the brain. Plus 125. He got an assist last meeting against Chicago. Yeah, he's been playing well also. So could be a good look. McCarr over 1.5 points, plus 171. Avs team total over 3.5 is minus 198. So no, I wasn't even close with minus 160. Yeah, pass. Absolutely no interest in this game. However, our final game of the night, Seattle Kraken and the Vancouver Canucks. Seattle plus 130, road dogs. The Canucks minus 155, home favorites. A total of 5.5. And I don't have to say it. Are you guys going to make me say it? Are you? Well, yes. Obviously, there's people watching the show, new people watching the show that haven't watched the show in the past, that don't know that Seattle and Vancouver equals, I'm betting the over 5.5. Really, this game should be a 6.5 at this point. Both teams enter this game after 3-1 games. So both teams off and under. But previous to that, the Kraken had gone over 5.5 in their previous 4 games. Vancouver's gone over 5.5 in 9 of their last 11 games. They've been a heavy over team recently. We've been cashing overs with the Canucks. So both teams heavily trending towards the over right now. What's happened when these teams have faced each other? Well, all 14 games since Seattle joined the NHL have all gone over 5.5. 12 of the 14 meetings went over 6.5. I didn't bet the over the first couple games, but I believe the last 2 games of 21-22 and then the last 2 seasons, I have bet the over in every single game and cashed every single time. So what are we doing? We're taking the over 5.5. Shocker alert here in this game, but I've already cashed, as I said, probably 10, 11 times in a row when these teams have faced each other. I get it. Eventually there's going to be an under, but until that happens, I'm going to continue to bet the over here. Player prop wise, it's kind of tough. DeBrusk and Suter, both out of my price range for points. McCann, I believe, is plus money for a point. So I would look at Jared McCann here if you wanted to bet player props. But for me, over 5.5, nice and easy, full unit play here in this game. Yanni Nyman over 1.5 shots and goal, minus 125 on 6 game streak clearing this. Ice time is up, averages 2.5 on the road. Awesome. Beautiful. Take the Canucks in regulation. All right. Tim likes the Canucks. Robert likes the Kraken and the over. Nick likes the Kraken as well. P.S. Suter over 1.5 points, plus 373. Quinn Hughes over 1.5 points, plus 178. Mike Trout, first home run of the season. Wow. That's actually crazy because a loyal viewer of the show named Sean, I don't know if he's watching this moment, told me that he was betting Mike Trout today. So that is awesome. That is awesome for him. Jared McCann assist, plus 225. All right. First and only, Trout gets hurt more than Jack Hughes. He does. He gets hurt a lot. He does. Shane Wright plus 400, James Schwartz plus 275, Kako plus 350, Burakovsky plus 400. All anytime goals. Tons of value there. Tons of value. Matty Beniers point plus 117. He has cooled off, but he has been good against the Canucks. So I can see why you'd bet that. OwnersBox Fantasy Sports, player picks, salary cap, lightning lineups. Use promo code TEPICS. Link is in the description of the video. No premium NHL plays today. I've given them all out, but premium MLB plays available on CapperTech. All of my home run hitters are free plays on CapperTech. So if you want to see who I've bet today for a home run, I've been cashing those the last couple of days. So if you want to see who I'm on, go and check out on CapperTech. They are all posted for free on CapperTech. If you guys like the show, make sure to hit the like button as well as the subscribe button. And we'll see you guys back here tomorrow for another episode. Picks on Net, NHL Picks and Predictions. No prop hitters, the baseball show today. And both shows will be back tomorrow. Although usually small Thursday baseball slate. So we'll see about the baseball show tomorrow. Angels pen is so bad, almost blew the game yesterday in the 9th and then the 10th. Well, yeah, the Angels are a bad team. Rangers and Reg. Oh, no. The Wild need points. But, yeah, makes sense. Thank you for the show, Terry. No problem. Thanks for watching, Albert. Thanks, everyone, for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Best of luck today.